Yes, everybody. How are we all doing? Hope everybody's good. This is my first solo live. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if it's working. I have not got a clue, but hopefully it does. And I just want to talk about Arsenal and how bad this might get. Now, some people, these Arteta fans, what just love everything he says, does, loves. Then, if that's how you want to go about the way you think about our club, that's fine. But it just shows that you kinda are just, the love is just for one man. It is just for Arsenal Football Club. Sorry, it's just for himself. Mikel Arteta is just for himself. Now, to me, that guy does everything to benefit himself. Mikel Arteta does everything to benefit himself rather than Arsenal Football Club. And I can't stand him, people. I cannot stand him. He's a stubborn, smug prick. And why have we been landed with a guy was apprentice at Man City and now is applying as a trade at Arsenal? Why did we have to get him? There was rumours when Wenger went, he was going to look for Mikel Arteta. And you hear about it and you think, no chance. Why are we going to go from somebody who's got managerial career under his belt, with Monaco, etc., and then go and find a young apprentice? Now, I get sometimes you can go from a manager older, you want young, fresh blood. I get that. Sometimes that can happen. But, I mean, what we're doing here, why have we been landed with this guy? We was linked with him. And there was rumours about it. And we got Emery. And I wasn't pissing glitter, put it that way. I wasn't so happy that we got Emery. But he had the European pedigree. He'd won Europa League 3 times, been a good manager at Seville. And I just thought, like everybody, it's a massive change. The guy were at Arsenal, 22-year Arsene Wenger. It's you're seeing it on news. Arsene Wenger leaves Arsenal, or did it say gonna leave Arsenal? You're thinking, wow, am I seeing things? That's not right. And I'm like, at the time, thinking, is this happening? Have we actually seen Arsene Wenger leave Arsenal? Now, when Emery came in, I were like, In that time, when Emery came, there was a signing I wanted, and this is what Arsenal used to do. And it's happening again, people. I was telling everybody at work, they were saying, he's signing Kieran Tierney, and William Saliba, Lichtsteiner, I think it was. I want Steven Nzonzi. And everyone was saying, what do you want him for? He played at Blackburn Rovers, he played for Stoke. What do you need him for? I'm like, because my football club, Arsenal Football Club, they need a ball-breaking powerhouse in middle, a policeman, someone who's just going to bulldoze straight through. We had these attacking options, but we left that. So I thought, honestly, we were going to get Nzonzi because it was at Seville, and I thought it's going to happen. Emery will know he will turn up at Arsenal. It's going to be a given. And we didn't get him. So at that time, I'm thinking, we've still not got that the full balance, this team. We've got these attacking players, but yet we've gone and not signed in a position what we need. So then Emery, obviously, he does his thing. It wasn't the best. And I remember at some points when he played Torreira, as a number 10, further forward, I wasn't happy about that. but I did like Emery. I do like him as a manager. And I believe if we'd have kept him one more season, I think, honestly, we'd given him more money, we would have done things. And in fact, I'm 100% positive Arsenal would have won a league if we'd have kept him. If we'd have gave Emery 4 years, I would say, we would have won a league. We would have won a league. And the thing is, I think the Kroenkes looked at it and thought, Mikel Arteta's there. He's at Man City. He used to play for Arsenal. Not even a legend, by the way. Not even a legend. Mikel Arteta was not even a legend when he played for Arsenal in 5 years. Not even a legend. And then the Kroenkes have thought, who can we get as a yes man? Who's out there who we can find as a yes man? Who will play to our tune? Who will fall in our hands and do everything we say and become a yes man for us, and not say anything about the spend, etc. Before anyone says anything, the Kroenkes have gave Mikel Arteta a hell of a lot of money, and it will be close to 900 million, I think, by the end of this summer window. So I think they've looked at it and thought, let's get him in, let's get a yes man in, a young guy, never managed in his life, never ever had the pressure of going to an owner and saying, we need that player, I need that money for those signings. We've got injuries. I need a signing, desperate. I need a left winger desperately. He's never had that pressure of anything. Being on the training ground, training the players. Yes, he might have been a good trainer, but he's never had that pressure on a weekend, Saturday afternoon, in the week, match day, whatever the day it falls on, to be sat there in charge of the whole team, barking orders, getting the onus is on him, where he sits there and says, right, this isn't working. At half time, we go to a plan B. And you know what? You can see right through that, because this guy, Mikel Arteta, does not even know how to use a plan B. And it's embarrassing for me, especially when this season I've heard Nuno Espirito Santo say, Arsenal don't have a striker. Why did we just have to play a normal formation? That to me bugs me when I hear that. When I hear Nottingham Forest, big up to Nottingham Forest fans, by the way, I know absolutely loads, to hear, and they've had a fantastic season. And I did put Nuno at manager of the season, but I had to let that go to, I think it was Eddie Howe. I think Eddie Howe got managers. I think I gave it to Eddie Howe, manager of the season. So on that, we've been landed with a manager what is a stubborn, arrogant, smug prick, and I do not like him. I just think he's the way his interviews are. If someone asks him a question, and he feels like it's going to involve, why haven't you signed a striker in 3 seasons, Mikel? Or where is your backup for Saka? You've literally been playing him into ground. He gets so sensitive, and you can see the look on his face change. Now, that bugs me. And it reminds me of Wenger's latter years, where he would get all tense if you were starting to ask him questions. But again, Arsene Wenger's been there and done it. That guy's a legend at Arsenal football. He's got a fucking statue outside. You know what I mean? He changed English football. I am so annoyed with Mikel Arteta, and I really don't even want to watch Arsenal with him in charge for one more game. And I hate that. I should not be saying that about my football club. I should not be saying, who I've supported for 33 years, that since this guy's been in charge, and I've seen on social media, on X, how these fans just love everything that guy says, does, and wants. And you know what? You know the hurting thing about that? The one thing, what it bugs me, it's made me fall out of love with my football club, with Arsenal Football Club, because of how I see it all the time on X. Like these fans making stupid excuses up, constantly saying, oh, if Mikel Arteta wants him, we want him, or give him time, etc. What are you on about? Give him time. We've been landed with a guy, like I said, who was an apprentice, who's now learning his trade with Arsenal Football Club. And I guarantee you, I will guarantee this, people, there's big problems coming to this football club. And people, might not agree. That's fine. But the one thing I'll say is that we have got players coming to the end of the contract. And I'm going to say this now. If Florentino Perez, Real Madrid president, calls for Saliba this summer, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Welcome to the Bernabeu with Trent. And Montino, I think it is the latest signing from River Plate. Saliba's gone. Saliba's gone. He's got chance to play with Tchouaméni, Camavinga, who's the other one? And obviously Mbappe. Imagine Saliba, international duty, when they all meet up and, they're all talking. Yes, bro, how's it going? How's it going? Talking how they do. And saying, oh, yeah, well, bit of a shit season for us last season, but we got to finals. But we're always winning trophies. We've got Xabi Alonso as our new manager. Imagine what Saliba's going to say. He's going to be like, well, my football club, mine and others, do not even get to Wembley no more. We do not even get to Wembley no more. I mean, does that not bother people? That is one of the big annoyances for me, that we've challenged twice, won an FA Cup, and we've stopped even getting to Wembley. I used to love Wembley. I used to love it. The week building up to it when you're at school, when you were younger, getting through lessons, annoyed and like, just get me these lessons out of the way. And then it gets to Friday afternoon and you're thinking, yes, tomorrow, my team, everybody will have eyes on my team, watching my team represent. It's on telly, the build-up's amazing. You love it. You love it. This stubborn, smug prick, Mikel Arteta, has even took that. He's took that away from my football club. We can't even get into finals. And you still hear these fans love everything he does, says and wants. They big up everything. They've got an excuse for everything about him. The new one, going back to Saliba. If Florentino Perez, apparently he is obsessed with Saliba and he sees him as future. If he calls him this summer, he's gone. William Saliba will leave. He's got a chance to play with Mbappe and Tchouaméni, Camavinga. I mean, this guy is too good to not be winning trophies. He will leave. And he is my favourite player, by the way. I'll just add that. William Saliba is my favourite player. I've watched him on his loans when he obviously came from Saint Etienne, went straight back there on loan. Then he went to Nice and then he finished up at Marseille. He is my favourite player. But I guarantee you, he is going to leave this club. He will leave. 2 years left on his contract. And I can just see him going to Real Madrid. I really, really can. So on that's going to be annoying. And the thing is, this is what will happen. And this is Arsenal fashion. We'll get offered, say, if Real Madrid come calling, they'll probably offer 80 million for Saliba. We, Arsenal Football Club, will turn it down. We'll turn it down. We'll start the season and he still won't be signed up. He still won't have signed a new contract. Then it'll get to January. They probably won't give in. They'll come back. They'll offer 60 million. We'll turn it down. Still not sign a contract. Comes to next summer, 1 year probably from now, that guy, in my personal opinion, is worth 120 million. He will then be worth, it'll be about 50 million. It'll go to about 50 million. And Real Madrid will bully Arsenal. They will grind them down and they will end up taking, like I said, they'll either get him this summer if they call for him and Saliba wants to go. He'll push it. Or they'll grind Arsenal down, bully, and wait till next summer and say, there you go, Arsenal. There's 50 million. We are taking your Not for the last 2 year best defender, but I still think he's the best defender we've got, even though I'm a massive fan of Gabriel, and that guy should be Arsenal's new captain, by the way. So I just see massive problems coming to this club, and it's just a repeat cycle. It's over and it's just repeating itself. It's just same old, same old, same old. So that's Saliba. I think he's gone. I think if Florentino Perez calls, he's gone. Right. So that's that. Captaincy. Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard is the weakest captain I've seen in football, and especially at my football club. And that guy, by the way, has been our worst player this season. Worst player this season. So he should not be our captain next season. But you know what? He will be, because everybody laps it up, saying how good he is and everything. I don't think he's piss poor, rubbish, but he is not as good as I thought he was. And he has been Arsenal's worst player this season. And then you've got someone like Nwaneri, what's been one of our best players this season, and that stubborn, smug prick, Mikel Arteta, has took the piss out of him. Literally took the piss out of him. So that's a problem, because I'm embarrassed to know that, like, he's our captain of our football club. And I spoke to someone yesterday, Man United fan, and he said two things. He said, Odegaard, can't stand him. He belongs on an hairdressing programme. And I mentioned about Arteta, and he says, oh, him. He said, he's arrogant as they come. He said, I cannot even stand him in his interviews. And it's true. I'm the same. I cannot stand him. I just don't know what we're going to do, guys. I really don't. I'd love to know what people think, but I've said this before. I think there's big problems coming to this football club, because next season, this summer window, I doubt it will do anything where there's major signings. To me, the striker's got to be Gyökeres. Ideally, first choice all day long. One guy, what reminds me of Thierry Henry a little bit, is Isaac. It is my first choice by a country mile. That guy is absolutely class, world class. The way he picks the ball up, runs with it, cuts in with the ball, his body shape, the way he shoots. Even when he scores, sometimes he makes the easiest goals look hard, because he's that confident in his own ability. So it's always Isaac, but that ain't going to happen. Big up Newcastle fans, by the way. Again, I know a lot of them. My area is full of them. Grew up with all different ages of Geordies. The next option is Gyökeres, Victor Gyökeres. Why would you not sign a striker for 3 seasons and then go and sign a prospect in Benjamin Sesko? It does not make sense, people. I don't see how that makes sense. Signing somebody who's a prospect, who's raw and 21-year-old. Now, I know what it does make sense with is that Mikel Arteta will make a bullshit phase number up, and he will sell this, oh, it takes time, Sesko's bedding in, we just need to get him, like, coming on every game and just, like, getting used to the feel of the English game. It's all going to be bullshit excuses, and it's going to be another process, taking time, another phase number what's made up. It'll probably be 7 into 11 this time. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of this. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. We was told that no player will run the contract down now and take it like down to the wire. Here we are again. Bingo. Saliba, Saka, Nwaneri, Miles O'Skelly. Yes, Gabriel signed. That's very good news. But I'm just sick of it, people. Aline, what's going to change with this club? Unless these owners get gone. Kroenkes go. Someone out there, buy my football club, buy Arsenal Football Club. A Just somebody come in and rock these Cronkays with a 4 billion bid. Not saying they'll accept it, but I guarantee you now, if you go to the Cronkays and offer 4 billion, I guarantee you it will rock them. The first thing what needs to happen to change this football club, to bring my football club back, and all these fans with ambition, you know, what's seen us win things, first thing needs to happen, someone needs to buy this football club, get these Cronkays out this club, and get a proper winning mentality manager in. There's no other way around it. Look at Liverpool, man. Winning league with ease last season. Arne Slot walks into Premier League from being in Dutch Eredivisie with Feyenoord. And, you know, and just walks Mikel Arteta round pitch. Just owned him. Literally bossed him in his first season. Man City, by their standards, shit season, rubbish season. But Khaled Muldoon Barak, I think, the CAO Man City, that interview, by the way, is absolutely class. That interview with him, the two-part, is absolutely brilliant. One thing he said when he said, asked about, so, you know, with City winning trophies over the years, etc., he says, the winning trophies is part of our history. Next season is our future. That, people, is what you want to hear from a football owner. Trust me. That is what you want to hear from a football owner. But yet we get Josh Kroenke saying, well, you know, we just want to do better next season. Better. Fucking better. More like, I want to hear, we are going to win that title next season and we will do absolutely everything in that summer transfer window to make it happen. And all you get from Josh Kroenke, yeah, we just want to do better next season. And what a gimp. What an absolute gimp. A young guy running our football club, because Stan Kroenke, I always say, he's up in Clydes. He's not there. He does not give a shit. He does not care. He does not care one bit. He just stays up there. Josh runs it now. Turned up to Emirates a lot more, which he has. But even in January, what did he do? He was in London so much. What did he do? Was he not looking that we needed signings? Did he not see with his own eyes that we started a fucking season with a thin squad? No striker still for 3 years. No backup for Saka. And then on top of that, we get shit loads of injuries in January with already a thin squad. And the owner of your football club is in London. And he didn't even say, Mikel Arteta, whatever the plans were for the summer, something is happening right now, this month. But you know what? No, because his ambition is shit. All the Cronkays will do is open door, have a look in. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. We'll pay some money towards that. Next minute, they buy it. Everyone gets happy. It's like, you know, looking at something. Yeah, we'll put a price down on that. We'll buy it. Bit by bit by bit, they've got it. Next minute, yeah, they need a new one. It happens again. What do they do? Open door. No chance. Not buying this time. No way. Not bothered. Not bothered. Well, you need that. You need something there. No. Not bothered, mate. Not bothered. That's all the Cronkays do. They're happy testing one window out, getting us an Havertz, a Declan Rice, spending a little bit of money, just when you think, right, shall we now give them a little bit of respect and say, look, there they go, they're going for it. But you know what? Fuck them, because they didn't even do that. All they did, Rice, Havertz, yep, testing water, 2 players in, spend a bit of money. Next minute, just put your feet up, just watch all the other teams, signing that player. Absolutely bastards. 6 bastards running this football club. Well, Jason Ato, he's gone now, and he was one of them. And I cannot include Andre Berta yet, because I hope to God Andre Berta does not become a puppet at this football club. I really hope to God that does not happen. You know, like, and then you've got Man City's CEO, his name's gone. Khalidin Muldoon, I think it is, Barak. I cannot remember his name. But that guy, in January, said to Pep, Marmoush is for the summer. Not happening. Bring him in right now. He was meant to be signed. Marmoush was meant to be signed in the summer. But they've seen how the season was going. By their standards, it was shocking. And they brought Marmoush in. And he was not meant to be signed till summer. But no way. You know why? Because they've got ambition. And their rebuild, Manchester City's rebuild, started in January. And by God, which I knew would happen anyway, has continued. And it will continue, and it will continue, and it won't stop. Because they are an ambitious, winning mentality club. And people can say all about these charges, 150. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing. That's why they're buying players. Pep's still there. You've got a pissed off Haaland who come out in back end of the season and said he's not very happy with his performance, not very happy with how the team's been. The whole team's not very happy. They're pissed off. Even Haaland's mad that he still scored 23 goals, I think it was. And then you've got us with Kai Havertz, 15 shitting goals in all competitions. But yet you've got fans on X lapping it up, saying a great season by Havertz, 15 goals in all competitions. The Premier League is where I want to see the goals scored. And I want to see, from my striker, 22 goals in Premier League. That's just to start with. That is when I start thinking, we're going to be somewhere. We're going to be close now in the season, or we're going to win that league. Somebody in your team has to score at least 22 Premier League goals in a season to start making you think we're going to be close now in the season. You know what? We've got a shitty 15 in all competitions by Kai Havertz, who is not a 9, he's not a 10. I don't know what he is. All he's got is a decent finish sometimes. Rest of the time, it's shambolic. And I am fed up with this club. I am absolutely pissed off with this club. How they can just get away with it. Mikel Arteta's bullshit. Speech at end of season, like he does against Everton. One game away from winning league. Arteta's speech end of season. We're not satisfied for second. Don't you be satisfied for second. Stood there, middle of Emirates, the audacity to say, don't you be satisfied with second. We're not. We want much more, and we're going to get it. What did you do? You stubborn, smug prick. You started the season, last season, by the way, started the season, no striker, no backup for Saka, and still didn't do it. And then signed Calafiore, a fucking left back, Mikel Merino, centre midfield. How the hell can you get away with that when for 3 seasons, no striker at Arsenal Football Club? This is a club what used to implement fear into teams just by our front attacking prowess and our strikers, obviously. And now we don't even do that. Teams used to look at our team and say, oh, God, how are we going to stop this? You've got Henry, you've got Bergkamp starting. Look who they've got on bench. They've got Slivan Wiltord. They've got Nwankwo Kanu. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Now we've got Kai Havertz. Oh, wow. Chelsea reject, average. Matt Gea, a bit of a problem in here. Odd time. Yeah, he's easy to deal with. Martinelli. Fast. If he gets by you, he'll probably beat you. But he's got to get by you. And it looks like just lately he's running on strings for the last 2 seasons. Saka, we know what he is. He's a world-class threat at times. That's it, people. What they got on bench? Trossard, yeah, a bit of individual brilliance sometimes can cause a threat. Scores probably every 6 games. Who else they got? That's it. That's it. This team, I swear to God, even this summer transfer window, I want to see 3 new attacking players, and I want to see Eze. And people say it's not FIFA, mate. You can't have everything. But yet, the same people, these fans, just love everything Mikel Arteta says doesn't want, are saying Arsenal's too big to be entering Carabao Cup. We're not bothered about all them little Mickey Mouse trophies and stuff. But yet, when it comes to demanding, we need 3 new attacking players plus Eze, because this front line's been neglected for 3 years. But yet, you can't sign these, we can't compete with these. It's not FIFA. Well, what did we do when we moved to Emirates in 06? We were told we will compete on the pitch and off the pitch, and we've done nada. We've done nothing, absolutely nothing. And it's annoying. When you've got passion as an Arsenal fan and you love the club, it's annoying when you're just watching Man City. But now the new excuse is they're only signing players because of Club World Cup. What about January then? What about January? Were they doing that in January just to prepare for summer? No. They're signing players because they've got ambitious owners. They've got a genius manager and they want to win again. And they will not let that season happen again. What's just happened, I will guarantee you, they are going to blow Arsenal Football Club out of the water next season. Man City will blow us away. Liverpool will be too strong for us. I don't know if Liverpool will blow us away. I personally think Man City will win the league next season. They've got Rodri back. They're going to have a pissed off Haaland. They've got Foden, what will probably be hungry to because last season you thought he was going to get going and then he stopped. Foden's going to probably be on it. Savio, Doku. I mean, they're lightning. They're rapid. They're an absolute nightmare on ball. But there's no end product with them two. They're not the best goal-scoring wingers, but I'm not. Next season it could be completely different. They could chip in with like 9 or 10 each. So we're going to struggle, man. Honestly, we are going to struggle, and it's all right. What we'll do is, it's like we're exploring. We're checking how many uncles, how many cousins, how many dogs this player's got before we're like, right, we'll put a bid in. How much do you want? 65 million. We will offer you 48 million. Did you not hear what we said? We want 65 million. The thing is with Arsenal, if someone says 65 million, at least for God's sake, go in with 62. Don't offer something like 48 million. I mean, this is ridiculous when I hear about things like this. And it's true. I remember listening to something on TalkSport years ago, and they said they had somebody on, and they were talking about. I don't know if you're an agent or not, but he said, who was the club? What was the worst to deal with? Who was the most frustrating to finalise deals with? And they mentioned Arsenal. He said they are so slow at contacting you. They're coming to the table, negotiating. They try and cut corners, everything. And when I heard it, I thought, you know what? That's true. We've seen it. We've seen it over years with Gary Cahill. I think we offered something like 3.5 million, and Bolton wanted 5 million, and we offered 3.5, and we needed him, and Chelsea got him, and he was absolutely class. Mark Schwarzer, I think we offered 2.5 million, and I think Fulham, wanted 3 million. I mean, and obviously we all know the famous Suarez, 40 million and £1. We all know that. So I have no idea. I've got no hope next season. I hope to God Andrew Bird does not become a puppet for this football club and just becomes just turns up to become even a richer man. I hope that's not the case, because he was at Atletico from 2013, obviously came to us in 2025. And he's been with Simone, he's been working with Diego Simone, and I think he's made 53 deals by selling and buying. And I mean, that's not too bad. And I like him. It looks good the way, he just looks like he's on it, serious. But the thing is, when you get with this club and you become part of these puppets, the Conkeys, things change. And I'm hoping to God this just does not happen. I look at him and I don't think Bert is someone who's going to be controlled by a little what to call him, a twat, a puppet like Mikel Arteta, or going to be controlled by someone when he goes to Tim Lewis. If that's what people say, Tim Lewis is the man who ticks it off. If they say, look, they're asking for that, Tim Lewis says, or yeah, we can do that. So I'm hoping that's not the case, because if it is, then I can't even see Berta lasting at Arsenal, and that's bad. I just don't think he's going to be someone who's going to be controlled by, Tim Lewis, where he goes to him and says, that team have said 50 million and we've put 50 million down on the table, or 48 or whatever. And Tim Lewis says, no, try him at 38 million. I don't think he's going to like that. I don't think Andre Berta will like to work with people like that. I really don't. Richard Garlick, I'm just hoping Berta can do his own thing, because if he does, things might change a little bit. But if he can't, then get ready, because he'll leave. Andre Berta will leave Arsenal if he can't do what he's been doing at Atletico Madrid. So if anybody could just even put something in a comment or something, because I don't even know if it's working, just to know that people are, if anyone's watching, because this is my first solo live and it's all new to me, but I just don't even know if someone's watching. I think maybe, I'm not sure. If someone just puts something in a comment, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how this works, people. Been trying to do it for a long time now. Don't know if it's... I'm not sure. If someone could just let me know if it's working all right, if that's all right. If anyone in comments, in the chat, I just don't know. 1 second. Just bear with me. Yeah, if anyone could just let me know, just put anything in comment just to tell me and let me see if how it works, if that's all right. Just show me. I'm not sure. I have no idea. This is my first one, so that will be much appreciated if someone could just do that. Just put anything in the comment section so I know. Not sure. I'm just not sure. But I'm not going to stay on too much longer. Just thought I'd trial it, test it out, see how it is. I don't even know if it's worked. Not sure. It says I'm live, but it's good. I want to interact. I do, with these Arsenal fans, especially these fans with ambition, who just see this club for where it's going and what it is under this manager. Because I swear to God, there's big problems coming. Now, I don't know if I can see that. I'm sorry. It's very small. I don't know how to blow it up, make it bigger. No. See, I don't know how to see that. I can't see that. I've got my phone as landscape, and I'm on my phone, by the way. I'm not using a laptop, which I will be getting. So I can't see that. I'm sorry. I don't know who that is. It's really small. Does anyone know how to make that right and bigger? Vanta Silva, I'm just passing by. Tilt your camera. You're looking sideways. Tilt. Cheers, Vanta Silva. Cheers for that. Thank you very much. Big up, man. So camera quality looks good, but tilt the cam. Right, let's just try. Tell me if that's any better. Thank you very much for that. That's very good. Right. Thank you very much for just letting me know with that. Hope you're good. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're good, Vanta. Let's have a look. You Arteta is a loser. Oh, thank you, man. What we got? Backing him. Rotate cam to left. I don't know if I want to press anything. I don't know what I'm doing here yet. Right, I'm sorry about this. No. to what we got. Right, what we got. Yeah, I actually have got the camera. It's on just a little tripod, and I have got it landscaped, obviously. I've got it like that, and I don't know how it's coming out. I can see myself, but I just don't know. But thank you very much for those comments. Hope everybody's good as well. It's definitely better on a laptop. 100%. Something I will be getting soon. I don't know if is it? Because I've got it now in landscape. I don't know if is that any better? I'm not sure. I know I'm butchering this, aren't I? I'm not really doing this very good, but it is my first one, and been trying a long time to do it. But I've been using Streamlabs, and that actually was shit. It would not work whatsoever. So I'm hoping this is all. I know it's live, but I'm just not. What we got? So my phone is on a tripod, and it's on landscape, but turning it portrait, it doesn't actually fit in the slot. It's not big enough. Is that what you mean? Vanta, cheers, man. Cheers. I know it's literally like first time I've done it, and I've been trying for I'd say a good month now. It's been stressing me out big time. But I was trying to go from YouTube directly. Wouldn't let me, saying I need to create more shorts to get 50 subscribers. But I've got 320, so I don't get why there's a glitch there or something. I don't know what's happening with that. But now I've managed to sort it on StreamYard, and big up to Aaron. Aaron Talks Arsenal, because I actually went on his live last night for the first time on anyone's channel, obviously. And I don't think if I'd have gone on that I wouldn't have used StreamYard. I just kept trying and trying with directly from YouTube and Streamlabs. But we're seeing his StreamYard. It seems this is the one. So hopefully I'll get used to it more and more. I can see my channel name. Is that showing as well? I don't know. Definitely when people keep saying a laptop is a lot better, I can see why. Definitely. I really can. What you thinking, people in the chat? What you thinking with this Victor Gyökeres rumor? What's happening at, like, 1 minute Sesko. Looks like the preferred choice is Sesko. It's all Sesko. Then now it's like we're going to bid again for Gyökeres. Do we honestly think we're going to sign Gyökeres? Because I still personally think it's Sesko all day long, because I can just see Mikel Arteta making a bullshit phase number up and saying it takes time, and no matter what, Kai Havertz is going to start as our striker next season. I guarantee it. He will not drop Kai Havertz. No way. Chris Welsh, big up my guy. How are you doing, mate? Thank you very much. First live, mate, as you can probably tell. It seems to be easy enough, but it's just I don't know if it's because I'm on my mobile, because on a laptop I can imagine it being so much easier. What we got? Tilted Gooner. That could go viral, man. Yep. Arteta is a loser. I agree. I just don't even think. I don't see no legs in this that we're going to bid again for Gyökeres. I really don't. I think it's Sesko all along. I think it's been Sesko since last summer. And again, going back to what Mikel Arteta will do, he'll do anything to benefit himself rather than this football club. And he's probably gone all last season, even when we had injuries. No, can't be anybody apart from Sesko. Can't be anybody, because he looked at him and thought, 21-year-old can make a bullshit phase number up, probably 6 into 11. And he knows he can play Havertz up front, and Sesko's going to be his backup. And that's how I see it. And players like Osimhen and Ivan Toney, Mikel Arteta would not even have a clue how to manage those guys. No chance. No way. Chris, I think it is, mate. Well, not even thinking. It is. It's Sesko, 100%. Tesco. Manta Silva, I like that one. Be careful why you're running to Tesco. You might just pick an injury up. And if it's something like an ACL, big up to BBK, by the way. I can't believe he's done that with his ACL. But I was going to make something like, say, if you end up getting an injury, walk into Tesco, give Mikel Arteta a call. If it's a bad injury, I guarantee you he'll get you playing in 6 weeks. Gyökeres goes all out. Chris, the worrying thing with Liverpool, mate, honestly, is that you've got all the ingredients. You've got your defence. You've got Van Dijk staying, Konate staying, Alisson's there, and the big 6'6" Georgian Valencia ex-goalkeeper Mamardashvili is a beast. What a number 2 that is to have. I've seen him loads of times with Valencia over years when he used to watch all leagues for about 4 years religiously. And he's an absolute animal when he's on form. So you've got everything. You know, you've got Frimpong's in now, you've got McAllister, Gravenberch, which were best 2 midfielders in Premier League last season. Diaz looks like he wants to stay. If offers come in, he may go, but it looks like he's happy. Gakpo's definitely happy. He's not going nowhere. Jota, Nunez, I think they might be the 2 what go from Liverpool. But I like Jota. I think he's that good, even though he's only 5'10". He's good in air. And I am a big fan of Jota, definitely. And he is absolutely class at finishing at times. So with Liverpool, imagine them just going and getting like a gunman, an absolute ruthless striker. That's going to be crazy. If you go and sign someone like Gyökeres or even Osimhen, Liverpool could be a different level next season. I still think Man City is going to win league next season. No, I think Man City will win league. I really do. I don't know why. I just think with Rodri back, he to me is the best midfielder in the world. I pissed off Haaland, and we know what he can do when he's angry. But it's going to be between Liverpool and City. And I will say this. It's very unlucky and all. Don't write Newcastle off. I know it sounds crazy, and I don't think they'll win league, But one day that sleeping giant, Newcastle United, will be woken up and they will be able to sign players. And I just think they're a fantastic club. And Eddie Howe is levels above Mikel Arteta. I've always said that, always. What we got? Yeah, Chris, 100% Chris, absolutely. Chris Smith, yeah, that's on. And here we go. I am in London. I will be dodging more than an ACL, mate. Our transfer starts in July. Let's see what's the mess we sign, Vante. It's every season, man. I swear to God. Every year, mate. It really is. It really is. And Silver. Our transfer starts. Yeah, read that one. Sorry. New to this guy. Still a virgin to it all. I'm celebrating Nunes leaving more than. It's not showing that full. Can't see it full message. I don't know why. Till it goes up more. Celebrating Nunes. That. I can't see that. It's not showing me full message. Is a dollar sign in way. I'm celebrating Nunes leaving more than. Maybe, I think he said Verts signing. Honestly, he's our 29. Chris, I can imagine he's frustrating because I seen him. You know, you just looked at Nunes and you thought he's got a decent finish on him. Then that's it. That's it again. There's nothing there. He's just not good enough for English game, mate. I'll agree with you there, big time. More than Verts signing. Yeah, got you, Chris. Cheers, man. It's so annoying because you look at Arsenal Football Club, they're a massive club, and Gary Neville's famous words years and years ago, Arsenal's got to go now. Arsenal's got to go. And we haven't. We just haven't. It's like I said earlier on, it's like they just open a door, check what's in it. Yeah, we'll have that. We'll buy that. We'll buy that. Or, grocery store, whatever, car dealer, we'll buy that. Get that sorted. Damn, we forgot this, but we're not bothered. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. We don't need it. We'll just struggle. And it's just like Arsenal Football Club. There's something holding this club back, and I cannot get to grips with it. And I'm still saying it's the Kroenkes. It could be something different. I did a video, about 3 weeks ago, and I kept thinking of saying, who's holding this club back? Is it Stan, who don't give a shit? I always say it's in clouds. Is it Josh, who's now given full control? What we got? Chris Welsh. We're re-signing our players before pre-season too. Yeah, but remember, Arteta fans tell you it don't matter. You can sign him anytime. It doesn't matter when you sign these players. Not that you need them in for pre-season, like you've just said, which is the most important thing. Language barrier, get them used to playing with different nationalities, get used to the training methods, the food. But according to these Arteta fans, bring them in mid-July. Bring them in mid-July. That's what they say. That's a new one. I swear to God, the excuses from those people. What we got? Chris Welch again, which Arsenal should be doing. We should be doing, Chris, mate, but this is Arsenal, mate. There's a massive red cross on signing players. Don't do that. Vanta, tell us your ideal signings for this summer, Rich. Just before I do that, AFC always, if it makes sense, Arsenal won't do it. If it doesn't make sense, Arsenal will do it. AFC always, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Chris Welch, owners and Arteta holding club back. Yeah, absolutely. What we got there? Arteta is a loser. Darwin Nunes to a sinner. Right, unironically, where are we? unironically like this camera angle as a tilt. I'm making myself look stupid, aren't I? Tilting, but I can't see it otherwise properly. Definitely need a laptop, 100%. AFC always my. Tell us your signings. Oh, sorry. Van de Silva, do apologise. Your ideal signings for this summer, Rich. Right. Backup goalkeeper. Hear me out on this. I am massive when it comes to attack. I used to play as a striker myself, as younger, when I was a footballer. By the way, I had trials for Norwich City and I scored 79 goals in one season. So striking to me is absolutely vital. I love it. Attacking options, love it, etc. So goalkeeper as a backup. If you asked me this if we had a striker, I'd be like, go and sign a 15, 20, 25 million goalkeeper for a backup. I didn't give a shit, knowing that we're going to have a great backup goalkeeper, like a Pope from Newcastle or whatever. But with no striker for 3 seasons, no backup for Saka for 3 seasons, attacking prowess is shambolic shit. I am happy. I know this sounds crazy. I'm happy with this signing, Kepa, 5 million as a backup. The reason is because I do not want to see big portions of money chucked to a backup goalkeeper, because I do not trust this manager to sign strikers alone, let alone with the money. I would hate it if we'd have gone and signed someone for 25 million like Garcia from Espanyol, who obviously is going to go to Barcelona. Excuse me, and then throw 25 million on a backup goalkeeper and then think that is off towards a Gyökeres or something. So happy with Kepa, the backup goalkeeper. Came out of nowhere, but like you just said, Arsenal do things where you think, what's happening there? So I'm happy with that. I didn't really have a preferred choice as backup goalkeeper, but Kepa, for that price, 5 million, I'm okay with that. Centre back, I know that you did ask me, so I have got a bit of theory behind it. I still believe if Florentino Perez calls William Saliba, he's gone. He's going to go. So let's just say he stays. So Gabriel Saliba, they're still there. Back up as a centre back, Mark Gahey. Could be a decent signing. That would be a very, very good, strong defence. But I'm happy with Kivior if he stays. I'd rather have Gahey all day long over Kivior. But if it's Jakub Kivior as our third centre-back, I'm okay with that. Just. Centre midfield. Now, I used to watch football in all leagues for about 4 years, sorry. And Martin Zubimendi and I have watched Real Sociedad probably 17 times over that time. And I never really thought, wow, he stood out to me. What a midfielder. It was always Kubu, the attacking kind of right winger / player, who stood out for me. So Zubimendi, no, I'd have gone with Watton. I'd have gone all in and got Watton from Crystal Palace. He's a young baller. He was good at Blackburn Rovers. He's got that English steel and grit about him. Like, he is a bit like Declan Rice. He's a baller. He will give you everything. But personally, I want Thomas Partey in my midfield next season. I want Thomas Partey to stay next to Rice. On his day, Thomas Partey is our all-round best midfielder. That's my personal opinion. So I'd have gone with Watton, Rodrigo, Gyökeres, Mbemo, Eze, and that's probably where I'm going to give. That's probably what I would say for my signings: Watton, Rodrigo, Gyökeres, Mbemo, and Eze. But people are going to say that's FIFA. That's FIFA. No, that's just what I was told in 06, that we are going to compete with the world's elite on the field and off the field. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I want. I want to see an upgrade on Martinelli. I want to see an absolute baller, gunman striker up top. I want to see a backup for Saka, where if he gets injured, which he'll probably start getting injured now with a grade tier 3 hamstring, I can imagine he's going to being injured a lot more now. I want to see someone like Mbemo or, you know, even a Semedo as a backup. And I want Martin Odegaard out this team from next season. He's not good enough. He was our worst player last season. And it's Eze. Go and get Eze. So with all what I've just said, you're talking 80 for Rodrigo, 58 probably or whatever for Gyökeres. Mbemo, I think it's doable for 50. Eze, again, probably 55, 58. I know it sounds a lot, but those signings to me make a whole different dimension, just a complete revamp of that front line. That front line at our club is shambolic. It annoys me knowing that this team would implement fear into any team with just our front attacking players, especially our strikers, and we don't even do that. So, yeah, my ideal window would be Watton, Rodrigo, Gyökeres, Mbemo, or maybe Semedo and Eze. Centre back, I can't really say that Eto's good, but Mark Gay, I just don't think we're going to go for a centre back. I don't think we'll do it, and I don't think we'll be able to get Gay because I don't care as long as that front. I want to see 3 new attacking players at this club and Eze. You can't neglect it for 3 years and then just go, right, we'll buy one, get another one in January. You need to get it all done. We've got a defence sorted. We've got the goalkeeper sorted. Left back, right back, midfield's near enough stacked. There's no more neglecting now on that front line. That has got to be sorted and this window. I'm sick of seeing average without front line. I really am. I don't know what's yours. What do you prefer? What's your ideal signings? What would you say, Vanta? I know mine's crazy. It really is. It makes sense. Yeah, I've seen that one. Ironically, seeing it. Cameron goes tilted Guna. I love that one. Arsenal, yeah, got that. AFC Rodrigo, Eze, Gyökeres wins you a league title. Not under Arteta though. Perfect. Absolutely, FC always 100%. I don't trust him. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even play a plan B. And when I heard Nuno Espirito Santo say, didn't need to change anything. Arsenal got a striker. What do we need to change? Literally made Martin Keown look daft. And then Enrique, he didn't say any words, but that guy knew there was no threat coming from Arsenal and Arteta because he brought Ramos on, who's done nothing, by the way, really, since he's been at PSG. And I think it's his maybe 3rd season. Next season coming up when he obviously signed from Benfica. It's like literally taking the piss. He brought Ramos on because he's looking at Arsenal thinking, no threat coming from here. Arteta's substitutes, don't really see a threat. There's no change, there's no plan B. So, again, just perfect example, AFC always. I'm with you. Do not see any change from this manager. He does not change anything up because he's that stubborn, because he knows if he does something and it works, everybody, the pundits, the ex-players, the fans like me, you know, everybody in the chat, all the ambitious fans, they're all going to say, we fucking told you so. We told you signing a striker will win a league. Signing a backup for Saka will win a league. Changing a plan B. Putting 2 up front for half a game. No. This guy is one stubborn, smug prick. And I can't stand him. To know he's going to manage one more game, I hate it. I really do. What we got? Yeah. Backing him. Cool. Big up Van der Silva. Big up AFC. Van der Silva. Kepa is better than Norbert last season. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, he has picked a bit of form up for Bournemouth. Van der Silva, he has. Kepa has picked a bit of form up. And for 5 million, man, I mean, again, the thing is, you look at it and you think, none of us seen it coming. But then again, it's Chelsea players, so we have to sign somebody from Chelsea, right? But for 5 million, it's like, there you go. Just we'll find that change somewhere. Do you know what I mean? It's spare change. I'm happy about that because if I'm seeing us, like I said, going for a goalkeeper as a backup for 25 million, already I'm thinking, my God, that 25 million has gone, going towards a striker, going towards maybe a party backup if we need to. A party replacement, which I'm hoping to God that does not happen, or a backup for Saka. So for 5 million, I can live with that. I'm happy with that. I think that's not the best goalkeeper you can have, but for 5 million, I'm glad because I want that front line sorted this season. I'm not accepting another season with that front line. No chance. That attacking prowess is shambolic. Where we got AFC always. I would rather sell Saliba now than let him run down his contract and go for nothing. AFC always. Listen, Saliba is my favourite player. Literally, I watched him going back onto his loan at Saint Etienne, and I watched him then go to Nice, and I watched all his games near enough for Marseille. Like I said, when I used to watch all leagues all over the world, and I looked and I thought, are we really going to get this player as our defender? This guy's class. There was one game, he played nearly all season for Marseille in his last spell of loans. Before we go any further, BBK, yes, bro. Big up, my man. Hope you're doing well, mate. I mean, ACL, I can't imagine that. I just can't. Hope you're doing well. And I'm even saying feeling better. It's an ACL. You've only just done it. I can imagine you're in absolute loads of pain, discomfort. But big up, my mate. Thank you very much. New to it, as you know, BBK. I don't know if it's going. I'm probably butchering it and making a mess of it, but I'm trying. I'll learn. But yeah, going back to that, Saliba, I watched him in his last loan, obviously, with Marseille. And I thought, wow, this is our defender. He's class, strong. His positional play is brilliant. There's no like rush in his play. It's all calm, he's relaxed. And if you look at his body position, people, I don't know if people have noticed this. He reminds me of Tony Adams, the way he has his arms out like that. He's got such good posture. And Adams used to always be like that, with his posture all the time. So I watched him and he played nearly every game. There was one game and it was against Strasbourg, the last game of the season. He was suspended or injured. I think he might have been suspended. And Marseille got walloped 4-0. And I thought, now what? Is he coming to the carpet? Do we get him at Emirates? And obviously we got him. So for me to say this, I would sell him now. It bugs me because he's my favourite player. He literally is. I watched all his loans. But I'm with you. I would sell him now because I know what this club will do. I said it at Starter Live. They'll get offered probably. Florentino Perez apparently loves him, wants him, sees him as his future. They'll probably get offered, let's say, 80 million by Real Madrid. Arsenal will turn that down, absolutely. Real Madrid will probably just walk away, maybe offer 90, they'll turn it down. Then what will Arsenal do? They'll just keep Saliba. He still won't sign a contract. Gets to January, Real Madrid will come back in, try and chip away at Arsenal. They'll bully him again. That 90 million will probably turn to 70 million. Arsenal will probably turn it down, and that guy's still not signed a new deal. Gets to next summer, Real Madrid, there we go, 50 million, and Arsenal's like, oh shit, 1 year left on his contract. Someone's offering 50 million, and this is what they do, because there's nobody at that club, and I'm hoping Berta changes this, who says, this contract's being signed right now, and for the benefit of this club, he's a brilliant defender. He's not wanting to sign a contract. He probably wants to play with Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Mbappe, win trophies, you know. They're going to go again, Real Madrid, new manager under Xabi Alonso. They got Asensio to sign a new deal, the centre-backs, young Spanish centre-back. So they're building again. I would take it. I would take 90 million for Saliba, and that hurts. And I know it sounds dramatic, that hurts to say I would take 90 million for William Saliba. But I would. If someone offered 90 million for probably Real Madrid, and don't be surprised if Man City don't come in and all. I keep saying this. I don't know what's making me think that, but they just might. But I would take 90 million for William Saliba right now. And it would bug me because Just typical Arsenal. We'll get our defence sorted out. We'll probably go and sign a striker and a backup for Saka in this summer. Looks a bit stronger up top. Typical Arsenal. Massive hole to fill. World-class centre-back. Gone. You know why? And it all goes back to this club do not even get to finals no more. We don't even get to Wembley. We don't win trophies. Players are fed up and sick of it. Going to international duty. What you won? Yes, bro. Yeah, I've won this. I've won that. What have I won? Nothing. No finals. Don't even get to finals. This manager, this stubborn, smug prick, I know I'm going on a bit, but it drives me. He has took Wembley away from us. The Wembley, the days where you were excited, the week before it, the build-up all day long, knowing that your club's going to represent that day. Everyone's going to be watching you. We don't even get to Wembley no more. So, I know I'm babbling, guys, but this is my first live, and obviously I've been going now. What's 1 hour, 10 minutes? I'm not probably going to get another 10 minutes. What we got? Van Silva, I would sell Saliba now while his name is hot and find a quality centre-back or push Kivior as our first centre-back with Gabriel. That's a risk. That is a risk, Van Silva, especially with Kivior with Gabriel. I know it could, build into something good, but Saliba's just class, man. That guy, even just his confidence, he's ice cold. But I know what he's saying. This is what this club do. Apparently, we were told there's not going to be no contracts running down no more. Here we are again, potentially seeing our best centre-back. And I do believe if Florentino Perez calls him this summer, he's gone. He will go. What we got? Saliba, 100 million minimum. Yeah. Listen, Saliba to me is worth 120 million, but I'm going to take 90 million from now because I know what's going to happen. Real Madrid will bully us and he'll not sign deal and we'll end up losing him for about 50 million. BBK Sports, big up AFTV, always Vanta and Chris. Sorry, AFTV, I'm BBK, I'm thinking what was that? Big up AF always. I think that meant, yeah. FC always BBK, FC always, BBK Sports, big up, bigging up each other. Love that. And Silva, BBK Sports, my brother, salute. Total Guna. This has got to stop. I can't keep doing this. Vanta Silva, I would convert Martinelli into a domestic cup striker. Yep. Vanta Silva, Eze, yeah, 100% Eze's class, and he would thrive at Arsenal. And I don't want to contradict myself because Mikel Arteta will ruin a lot of players, but just with more players around in better quality, and no disrespect to Crystal Palace because they've got a hell of a team. They are building a right team. And I'll tell you something now. If we signed Sesko, which I do not want because he's a prospect and, I just do. But if we signed Sesko and Mateta, I would be happy at that. I would. Because I'd play Mateta as our starting striker. Just came into my head there, and I've not thought about it. If we signed Sesko and Mateta, I'd be happy at that. I would. Not because I don't want Sesko, but I know it's going to probably be him. But if we got someone like Mateta, I would be. I would be happy with him. But it's got to be Gyökeres. Isaac all day long, then it's Gyökeres, no matter what. And Silva, Eze has eyes for goals as an attacking midfielder. He does. And he's in the box all the time and he will pull that trigger. He can shoot. He's a busy body who picks the ball up, runs left, right, changes his body position. I love those kind of footballers. Love them. Mesut Ozil was like that, but slow as a snail. One thing about when you play football, when you're changing direction, and I've always looked at footballers when you're changing direction and thought, what a player. If they can get that ball, or even not touch the ball, change it to left with a position, next minute, that player's like, where's he gone? And just because of the body drop, the body position, and they're gone. I love that. You can tell a good player. I remember watching Largi Ramazani for Almeria against Real Madrid. And I just thought, who's this guy? And next minute, he's signing for Leeds United. And I told my boss at work, you've got a player coming, Largi Ramazani. I just watched him and he bossed Real Madrid. And all he was doing is left and right, body shape. Sometimes won't even touch it ball, but his body shape was causing problems. And that is like Eze. He is absolutely class. And he will go to a big club. And I'd say Man City, but surely they can't fit him in their team now. Surely not. But then Bernardo Silva's got to go, people. So this is it. They will replace Silva if it goes. I watched Cherki to Van Silva. I wanted Cherki to give Odegaard and Saka competition since he can play Cam and Rack. Yeah, exactly. And a bargain. Literally. Cheap as anything. You're talking 30, about 30 million, I think it was. In all. AJ Bayer, 6 likes. Big up AJ. How are you, my bro? Big up Rich every time. Thank you, my mate. First live. I'm probably butchering it and making it look shit, but I'm trying. I'm learning. Chris Welsh. Top Gooners don't realise how many signings Arsenal actually need. Chris, this is the thing, mate. Honestly, according to these Top Gooners and these fans what just love everything Mikel Arteta loves, does and wants, apparently it's just a striker, Zubamendi, and maybe a winger. Absolutely not. No chance. No way. I said 6 signings, no less. But the thing is what Arsenal will do. Always done it. If we need 6 signings, we're going to sign 4. If we need 4 signings, we'd sign 2. How come Mikel Arteta's going into his 6th season and Arsenal Football Club have to sign 6 players? There's no way anyone could tell me, and there's no excuse whatsoever, how can you be going into your 6th season as a manager and still not reaching the level of Liverpool and Man City in that time, having to sign just 1 or 2, just to tweak it, just to strengthen it, a class defender, a class midfielder? How come in 6 years this football club has never even reached that? That's one thing what bugs me big time. There's no way on this earth we should be coming into a window now and saying we need 6 players. We need 6 players. When's it going to stop? Because if we don't sign 6 players and Saliba goes, and other players go, January we'll probably need 3. Next summer we'll probably need 6, 7 again. This is the thing. This is why this football club, under these Kroenkes, with Arteta, it's all nicey. All they're too bothered about is pumping merch out. And I'm going to hold my hands up to this, people, by the way. I do buy merch, but I do not buy from the club shop. And I haven't since 2016. And the reason why, I will say I'm guilty. Arsenal do make nice merch. But I'm an Adidas fan. I love Adidas. And I do buy the merch. But like I said, I don't buy from club shop. And I haven't since 2016. Yeah, 2016. But all this club do is pump merch out, post a dog, post light bulbs, sitting on different tables, camera with Martin Odegaard. It's just, honestly, it's a circus. It's a charade. It's just all fun and games. Laughy. Nice. Then all we get, fans from other clubs, pundits, ex-players, everybody. Look at Arsenal, look. Everybody's winning a trophy and they're sat at home doing nothing. Other teams in the final and Arsenal don't get to a final. And this is what winds me up. This is what absolutely bugs me. Because we're just not a serious club. We're not. Everybody, I'm going to wrap this up in about 2 minutes. I just want to say thank you very much for starting your comments, because I could see that there were people in the chat, but I didn't know how it was going to operate when there were comments. Definitely don't want to keep being a tilted gooner. But thank you very much for tuning in, everybody, on my first live. It's not the easiest thing to do to start with. You don't know if you're looking at it right. You don't know if the camera's right. I have tilted it on my tripod. I've got my phone landscape. I definitely need a laptop because I imagine that's going to be levels better. So I just want to say thank you very much for everybody who jumped in this chat on my first live. Much appreciated. I'm going to start doing more. And hopefully I get better of it. So what we got here? Yep, got that one. AJ Bayat. Is that how you say his surname? Bayat. Or do you mind if I just call you AJ? Is that all right? Rich, huge congratulations on 320 subs. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. And just on that, it's weird because YouTube, when I've been trying to go live directly, is saying create more shorts to get 50 subscribers to unlock the live chat. And I'm like, what? What you want about? It's like taking piss out of somebody. And it wouldn't work. It just would not work. So I started doing more shorts. And that's not really going to unlock it. So I thought, right, I'll jump on Aaron Talks Arsenal. Big up to him, by the way. Great chat, great guy. Thank you for having me on last night. Just jumped on. I thought, I'm going to try this. Clicked his link and it worked. And I was on his channel. Obviously, I'm new to it. I didn't know if I were overlapping anybody. Or it is. It's not as easy as people think, by the way. Because if you're speaking loud over people or what. But then I thought, right, he mentioned StreamYard. I'm going to try that. And there I am. I've done it. So Streamlabs can fuck off. Because StreamYard is definitely working, which I'm buzzing about because it's been too long. I've been trying for ages. Right, what we got? Van Silver, salute AJ. Chris Welsh, let's Rich to 350 subs, please. Thank you, Chris, man. Honestly, my target is 500 by middle of August. Maybe early-ish August, I would say. That's my target. But 350, yeah, I love that. The thing is that I did a channel about 3 years ago. Yeah, about 2.5 years ago. And all I did is just literally, I thought I was doing okay. I was talking about Arsenal. I had a shitty profile picture because I didn't put nothing into it. I didn't put no work into it. And I definitely didn't know how to go live. I didn't know what I used to just look at views and see something like, 5 views on one of my videos. And I thought, that's different to the day before. It put me off. I stopped. I did stop. But I've been talking about Arsenal since I was like 8 years old, on the street to people, at work, wherever you are when you're out, and football alone. Now, I have lost a lot of knowledge with football. I will hold my hands up to that. There's some things I don't remember no more as much as I used to. And there's some things where I go back absolute years ago and remember that. And it bugs me because I think it's because I fell out of love a little bit with Arsenal Football Club because of what I see on Twitter daily. And it puts me off a little bit thinking these fans support my football club. How they're all making excuses, etc. And it makes you just get an hatred towards a club with the Kroenkes and Arteta. And I don't want to do that. Arsenal's my club. I've supported them since I was 5 years old. So I have lost a little bit of knowledge when it comes to Arsenal, and it bugs me. But I know a few things, I think. But like I said, I did a channel and then I stopped. It put me off, and I thought, you know what? In January this year, I'm going to have a bash at it. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do things better, make better thumbnails. And when I first seen a subscriber, I thought, wow, a subscriber. And then it went to 5, went to 10, went to 20. And I will say, Newcastle fans blew my channel up. Big up to them. I've grown up with so many Geordies of all different ages all around me for years and years, and Leeds United as well. They blew my channel up when I did a video about Newcastle United having Eddie Howe, better levels manager than Arteta, which he is, and Leeds United, that they deserve to be back in Premier League. So, thank you very much for that. Hopefully I can get more subs from doing lives because I've been wanting to do it. And big up to you as well, Chris. Great channel, mate, by the way. Right, what we got? Big up Van de Silva every time. Yep, bigging each other up. It's great to see, man. That is just community settings. I love that. As well, I fully agree with that. Van de Silva. AJ, we've got a big up Rich, tilted Guna, tilted camera, and subs. Thank you, Van de Silva. Cheers, my friend. Tilted. I can't believe I'm having to do that. I bet it looks stupid, doesn't it? I shouldn't have to do that. I don't want to keep doing that. AJ, Chris Welsh. For me, my club needs Victor Gyökeres, Jonathan David. Brian Mbemo, Rodrigo, Eze, and Anderson from Fulham. Patrick Anderson, centre-back, at Crystal Palace as well. I think he played for Lyon as well. I could be wrong. That wins trophies. AFC always. Saliba reminds me of the great David O'Leary. So calm on the ball. Now, I didn't get to see David O'Leary that much, but that guy holds the most games, I think, still the most appearances for our club, and he should be involved in this club more. Did he managed Aston Villa as well, didn't he? I'm sure he did. He was a manager for a bit, and obviously ties to Leeds United. AJ, big up AFC always every time. AJ 7 likes, AFC always. AJ, big up. AJ, we should honestly do a Saliba for Rodrigo trade. Whoa. I don't know about that. You know what? I want to say yeah. This is the thing, people. I don't want to lose Saliba. He is my favourite player. I absolutely buzz the way he defends. I love it. But I hear you. I do not trust his club to get him tied down. And as soon as that season starts and we approach January and he still hasn't signed his contract, that 90, 100, 120 million, that's dropping to 70. And if it gets to next summer, like a year on from now, you're talking 50 million. Would I swap Rodrigo for Saliba? God. Oh, man. It's hard. It is. I don't want to lose him. I don't want to, but we've got to, because I don't trust his club on getting this contract. So I don't trust him. That's one to think about. But I want this front line sorted. Sorted. But then I look at it and think, we'll sort that front line maybe, and then we've got a massive gap at back in centre back. Do you swap Saliba for Rodrigo? Bring Mark Gay in. But we've got to pay 50 million then, haven't we? So then we've covered our left wing. Sign Gyökeres. Sign a backup for Saka. Sign Eze. Zubimendi's in way with his expense as well. I know we're going to pay it in installments. That's an interesting one. AJ, you've got me there, my friend. Absolutely straight with you. I'm saying no way. I do not want to see Saliba go. But I hear you. Do not trust his club. And I do not trust him. And if he does not sign it summer, we've got big problems because his valuation is going to slowly go down. But then I think we're just going to be weak at back. And I think that's the only time we pick points up because of Gabriel and Saliba. And that's if with our injuries, what we did have, and that's no excuse, by the way. Trust me, that's no excuse because I do not blame injuries. I never will, because Man City won't league with Kevin De Bruyne out for 5 months and Haaland were out for 3 months and they won't league. So last season, with the injuries, what we did have, I only still think we was taking points off teams because of Gabriel and Saliba, because we were able to shut the shop. And that's what I think. That's what I think. If last season, with what injuries we did get with those and our shambolic attacking prowess, I think if we'd had not had Gabriel and Saliba, Arsenal's finishing 8th. I really do. I don't think we would have ordered teams out. No chance. It's a good job we had Gabriel and Saliba nearly all season because we'd have been a right mess. But that's a tricky one. Rodrigo for Saliba. AJ, that's a good one. Like I said, it's a no, but it's an absolute. It's got to be done in a way. I think because then you're losing Saliba, but then you're sorting a left winger out. But I'd like money as well. Do you know what I mean? Because I'd like to go and sign a Gay or I don't know. That's a tricky question. That's got me. That's got me, my friend. Van Silva, I hate seeing English players getting disrespected. We need more English steel in defence mainly. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. Noble McGovern, you're lopsided. Noble, sorry, not Noble. I know. It's my first live, my friend. I've got my phone landscaped. It's on a tripod. I've tilted it a little bit. I don't even know how it's looking. I'm having to tilt to see the messages in the chat. Do apologise, people, honestly. I've got to get better at this, and I will. No shit, 100 million for Saliba. Stop down playing yourself, man. Right, what we got? Saliba's own words. If we don't win a major trophy next season, I'm gone. Yeah. AJ, yeah. They're not going to stand for it, mate, no more. They're not going to stand for it. So here's the thing on Saliba, right? We get offered 90 million, take it. Take it. If there's a chance, we can swap him for Rodrigo. I'm taking it because we'll end up losing Saliba for about 40 million next year because he probably still won't sign a contract. So there you go. There you go. But to me, Saliba's worth 100, 120 at most. But last season, he wasn't that good. He started, and that's what makes me think and all. Is his mind somewhere else? Is he like, oh, that pass, that where Mateta chipped Raya for Crystal Palace, making mistakes and make mistakes against Real Madrid at Emirates? Is it just like, oh, short pass, late run across me? Is his mind somewhere else? Is he? Because, like I said, he's mixing with Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Mbappe on international. They're going to talk to him. They're his bros. They're going to say, they're going to try and persuade him. They're going to be talking about, come to our club, man. The trophies you win, the city, everything. So I did say I want to stop this as well in about 2 minutes. Right, let's go through these, and I am going to call it a day, people. Thank you very much again for being in the chat on my first live. And I know I'm looking at twat tilting my head, twatted gooner. Right. Van der Silva, maximise profit. AJ, Van der Silva, if Saliba does go, I would love Gabe from Crystal Palace or Botman from Newcastle. Yeah, I don't think we'll get Botman, AJ from Newcastle. They're doing things, man. They're going places. And once that sleeping giant wakes up, they will start signing big players. So it's unfortunate, really, because they're a fantastic club, great fan base, great stadium, and yet they've got all this money and they can't do nothing. Van Silva, AJ, I accepted it, no joke. I accept it, no joke. AJ, Van Silva, I stand by. We should do the Saliba for Rodrigo trade. AJ, you're confident on that, my man? It's a tricky one, that is, I swear. But like I said, I know what Arsenal are capable of. We'll just keep them. We'll end up selling for about 40 million, 50 at most. What we got? As Arsenal, we should be raiding Crystal Palace. Forget Chelsea reject. No, as Arsenal, we should be raiding Crystal Palace. Forget Chelsea reject. I don't know if you mean for a certain player on that Vante, I'm not sure. AJ Wyatt, Real Madrid would do it. And AJ Wyatt, it's a no-brainer. Any gooner says otherwise he's low IQ. And so I fully agree. Nunes, Gay, Eze, yeah, Tete, and Mitchell, all for God, yeah, and that's where raid comes from. Yeah. I definitely have Eze, Mark Gay, and Mateta. I definitely would, 100%. And Ozil's biggest downfall was his stamina. Yeah, 100%. It looked so frustrating when he touched that ball at times, even though he had silky touches, body position shape with class. He just looked like you just wanted to shake him and get him going. And so I fully agree with come for me. Rodrigo is the best left winger on the. AJ, you're a big fan of Rodrigo. I can see that, mate. I appreciate you, everybody. I'm going to wrap up in a minute. I'm just going to go try and get through AFC Always. Smash the likes and subscribe if you haven't already. AFC Always, thank you very much. Thank you. And I would love Brian Mbemo. Mbemo's class. He's getting better every year. No, he's strong. He's someone who'll nudge that ball away from his feet and he'll smash it and he will go for it. He's got an eye for goal. He's got a good football brain. He's skillful. He's quick when he picks that ball up and gets going. He's a threat. He is a threat. I would take Mbemo all day long. Absolutely. 100%. I'm a massive fan of Mbemo. Him and Wissa, I think, last season scored 38 goals between them. Who we got? Van der Silva, Cherokee is 30 million. And so, AJ, we could sign the best players in every position until this waste of space of a manager is still here. We ain't doing shit. AFC Always big up, honestly, mate. That's what I'm saying. You can't have a manager who don't even know how to play a plan B. You're just going to fold no matter what. You get to a final, you'll fold. A team will turn up in a final against you, look at you and think, you know what? We're going long. Now deal with it. Or what you threat? What are you giving us? What's your threat? What's your threat? They'll be looking at it and thinking, you're not even playing two up top. There's nothing different from Arteta. Never. Everybody, I'm going to wrap this up and I'm going to leave my first live stream. And I just want to say thank you to absolutely everybody what's tuned in. And I cannot be a tilted, twatted gooner. I have got to sort that out. So I don't know what to change. Obviously, a laptop's going to be so much different. But everybody, thank you very much. Please smash the likes and subscribe if you already haven't. And I'm hoping to keep doing more of these because I enjoy it and it's good to interact. But I cannot have me tilting like this and having to look like that at the chat. It's bugging me. So I've got to sort that. I need to look at it and need to see these. I think laptop is a way forward, guys. Do you agree in the chat? I think it's got to be. I don't know why I tell one for ages because I've just never bothered. So everybody, thank you very much. I normally keep saying check the news. The window's not open till the 16th. But it's Sesko. I cannot see Gyökeres coming to this football club. I just can't. And I can still see Man United somehow persuading Gyökeres to sign for him. I really can. Especially with Amorim. I get he'll probably want Champions League football. I get that. But I can see him just being persuaded by Man United. And you know what? If they get Gyökeres, sign Cunha, and get Mbemo, their attack's levels with Arsenal's right now. It's levels. Everybody, thank you very much. Bless you all. Have a good night. And thank you very much. And I've got to sort this. I cannot be a tilted, twatted gooner.